back with another video, baby, but today I'm bringing you the worst assassination attempts ever? Pretty intriguing. So let's see what Papa Me has for us today, man. Let's go ahead and lock in. Go grab your snacks. Grab, you know the deal.
Welcome back to the Papa Me channel. How you doing? Coming on and sitting down because today we're talking about failed assassination attempts. What's the most you've ever despised someone? For most people, their deep hatred doesn't leave the recesses of their mind.
See, now why ain't nobody chuck a shoe at Trump yet? See, niggas ain't really bout shit no more, man. Niggas was chucking shoes at George Bush, man. That's what we need.
Others, however, are driven to do some pretty wild stuff in the pursuit of revenge. Take the CEO killer, Luigi Mangione. Yes, he's hot. He's super sexy. He's got thick eyebrows. I got a unibrow coming in. How many comments I get of people being like, he's growing a unibrow. You think I don't have a mirror, dude? I'm lazy. If I was stacked like Luigi, no one would be saying anything. They'd be like, unibrows are in. Luigi had so much animosity for the healthcare system that he traveled to Midtown Manhattan in New York City.
Nah, that's a crazy ass AI image. What the fuck? Crazy AI video, matter of fact.
And shot a man to death. Regardless if you think it's justifiable or not, them's the facts.
They're saying he's innocent.
There are some people saying he's innocent. I'll be completely honest, I have no idea. How the hell are you supposed to know, dude? I don't have all the facts. All I know is this. I
ain't my life.
Sleep over the dude getting shot.
Right.
Let me just say that.
Me neither.
Right? Sorry, I'm crazy. I'm an anarchist. Nah. The bullet on the gun read, delay, deny, depose. A play on the phrase delay, deny, defend. A strategy used by private insurance companies to reject insurance claims to people in need in order to save money, which is
sad
cool.
world we live in, bro.
Poetic.
It's good, dude. Honestly, you know what? It just should be a part of a insurance CEO guy's job. You might be killed. You're getting paid big bucks.
Oh, God.
You may be killed, dude. Is that not fair? Is that not fair? Slightly, a little fair, just a little bit.
It's worth it. Worth the money. Worth the risk.
And I'm not saying death to every rich person. I'm just saying you're a healthcare guy. You're rejecting people who are like, I'm dying. That doesn't really quite fit into our economic strategy. You can do that as long as you know that you always have a target on your back. That's only fair, Nick. It's only fair.
Our mission and values are focused.
And the thing is, you ain't even gotta have a target on your back, nigga. Just do your job. Just be a human. I don't understand how you get so much money to the point where you just forget to be a human being and you forget that you are working for human beings. That's essentially what it is. How do you get to a point where you just care so much about paper? Some trees, nigga. You care so much about some green trees in your pockets that you just say, man, fuck these people. That's insane.
On helping people live healthier lives.
Claim denial raised by insurance companies. Hold on.
It's only fair.
Our mission
look
and
at that.
values are focused on helping people live.
They had the highest rate of telling niggas no. That's, bruh, the industry average is 16%. Kaiser Permanente, y'all, Kaiser Permanente, y'all doing y'all thing, I guess. I don't know. I don't really know. Why are you denying people at all? See, that's the thing. That's rubbing me the wrong way.
Live healthier lives and making the health system work better for everyone.
You're playing God. I mean, the story is absolutely wild, but don't let this fool you. For every successful assassination attempt, there are a ton of failed ones. Way more failed ones than successful ones, okay? Take the recent assassination attempt of Donald
That wasn't real.
Trump. Oh, I know. Oh, Donald Trump in a video. It's played out. I get it. But 20-year-old Matthew Crooks was somehow able to sneak his way onto a building with a rifle and shoot at the president, nicked his ear, despite two snipers surveying the entire event. Now, does that read like we're a little speculative of this? Of course.
That wasn't real.
How are you going to miss a giant man like that? We're talking of a football field and a half. That'd be one hell of a shot. He didn't really look like a kid that would be a good shooter either.
He was also bullied at school and sat by himself.
No one cares. No one cares. That had nothing to do with him trying to shoot the president. Why are you trying to? He was also bullied at school. So was I, nigga. What the fuck? Everybody was. Yo.
Friendless.
I guess when I think of like assassination attempt stuff, I always think of like a grizzly man. But it's never a grizzly man. It's always like some like scrawny, even Oswald, whatever, which we all know he didn't really shoot JFK either. Crook failed in his attempt after shooting 8 times.
8 times? You shot 8 times? Because when the bullet grazed his ear, he was still looking around like, and you telling me you had 7 more times and you missed? Planned, staged.
Although he wounded and killed members of the audience. Thank God, not the president.
Why would they have people die? You think they give a fuck about people, period? Use your common sense.
He was ultimately taken out by Secret Service. Some of these botch attempts can range from sinister to straight up cartoonish. So today, let's take a look at some of the craziest and weirdest failed assassination attempts of all time.
Let's get into it.
We can start with a recent story that blew up over social media, where a ramen shop owner placed a bounty on a negative reviewer, which is awesome.
Yeah, I heard about this
the political shit
day.
out of my face, conspiracy theory stuff. Give me the ramen shop owner. It's just like, he said,
what?
What did he say about our noodles? He's like, he didn't like them, boss. What did he say? Go get Tony. We're killing this. A ramen shop in Kyoto, Japan called Honojuro. It's a top-rated restaurant in the area. And unfortunately, that didn't stop two disgruntled customers from giving them a negative review after having a subpar experience. For this highly rated restaurant, this hit to their reputation resulted in some would say, not me personally, some would say it was an erratic response. Justifiable is what I say. The owner of the restaurant went on Instagram, showed images of their faces, and called out the people responsible before threatening.
I want you to find it yourself. I'm saying that I will recruit short-term Beto. I don't know. You can earn more than the dark part-time. I don't know. If we can find him and execute him, I will pay for yen ×2. Find this guy and bring him in.
Them. In the post, the owner states this, and I quote, "I saw your post, and you seem a bit weird. We try not to treat people like you as customers, so it's fine. But you should probably avoid eating out someday. Someone like you will get screwed. I don't care. Just come directly, and I'll deal with you. We run a planned business, so if you get in our way, we will get in the way of yours, too."
How do they know it was them?
Well, what I'm wondering is, if it's like a Google account or something, does it track back to the whatever? And he's like, you... On their Instagram story, the owner announces that 100...
They are dead ass. This is 3 different posts. No, this is like fucking 5 different posts. A people hunting game with a bounty will be held from 7 p.m. tonight. Find or seek information. The only thing he can do is come back and eat again and write a good review with a photo. I told him that I won't forgive him for anything else, even if it means the safety of his family. If he does that, he'll be killed right away. This kid is so scared. He'll really do it. So it's better if he comes back and eats. If we don't get some kind of answer in the next few hours until the review, the game is on. But that's more interesting though. This nigga is psychotic. What the fuck?
$100,000 yen reward for anyone that can provide personal intel about both reviewers or track them down and take action. To stop this proposed manhunt, he insisted that reviewers return to try their restaurant once more. He escalates to further threats, and I quote, "The only thing he can do is come back, eat again, and write a good review with the photo. I told him I won't forgive him otherwise, not even for the safety of his family." Okay, dude. Pause! Come on, man. It's ramen. If he does
we
that,
don't take
he'll be
this
killed right away.
We don't take bad reviews serious.
So scared. He'll really do it. So he better just come back and eat. You know how awkward that'd be to pop back in that restaurant?
You wanted me? You called? Hello?
I like to think when he comes back too, they're gonna do this to him.
Nah, they go hit him with that Thanos line.
You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me.
You really f***ed us on that one, didn't you, buddy? And there's no more information released about this story, but the customer likely did not return after being threatened with physical violence. The tweet detailing the story received over 36 million views, which did more damage to their reputation.
Yeah, it better had. What the hell?
Than the owner probably expected. That is so great. I love that in the end, him putting out this hit, it was worse than that one single Yelp review. Well, we talked about that a bit in Japan. They have a very weird relationship with like reviews. It's very odd. People are very cold, but then also business owners will respond and it's like total chaos. So this being in Kyoto makes complete sense.
Asian social
Many
culture
assassinations end in failure simply due to minor
What the
technical
hell?
difficulties. A common thing to expect in the heat of the moment. For example, we have the fake construction worker assassination. Recently, a video made the round showcasing an encounter in Toronto that involved a man disguised as a construction worker.
Okay.
The assassin identifies as a slim-built Asian man attempted to ambush a 41-year-old woman outside of her home. He acts friendly, but as the woman had her back turned, he pulled out a gun and tried to shoot her. The gun seemed to malfunction.
I'm sorry, was he shooting at her ass? What the fuck?
Confusion, the woman notices what is happening and sprints away from him. In the security footage that was
boy had a
released,
hot
we can
point.
see the man successfully shoot the woman once in the back. He's like, oh, that's how it works. Here it is. He gives up on going for the kill and sprints away in his car. The woman's injuries were non-life-threatening, and she has since been released from the hospital.
Goofy ass
The stories
things.
of that always creep me out because it's always just like, what was the angle? Why?
Right.
Why her? We don't
Yeah.
know. We don't know. You know what's fucked up too? The guy didn't even get caught. To be fair, it was recent, so maybe he'll somehow, some way, he'll get caught. He's probably got to go for it again, right? Can't shoot someone once in the back and then not want to kill him. That piss you off, probably.
You gotta get your money. You gotta go
As soon as he
back.
got in that
You gotta
car,
go back and try it again. If you already kill one person, you're going. I mean, you're gone. So here, this to me, I'm like justification of people just being like, well, if I might as well just rip off the Band-Aid and just get it over with and just keep doing it. I'm a monster.
Just like that movie, The Cell. He wanted to get caught, right?
God, dude, The Cell. Jennifer Lopez is horrible in that movie.
Where you come from?
Good movie though. Love that movie.
no, I'm
Jennifer
cool.
Lopez in that movie though. The assassin lifestyle isn't just a young man's game. I disagree. Even senior citizens have tried to snuff out a life to no avail. Like the 93-year-old man who tried to kill his wife so they could die together. What the f happened to romance?
That is romantic.
Isn't that romantic? Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, people always like chivalry's dead.
I
It
heard
is, dude.
something.
And you f***ing killed it. It's time to go, sweet. I'm dying. Time to go. A senior Florida man named Helmut Lochner, oh, dude, made 2 attempts to murder his wife in the span of 2 weeks. I like how the first time
That's
she's like,
insane.
Helmut. He's like, I know. I'm sorry. I know. I'm being silly. According to him, he was worried about leaving her all alone when he died. Romantic. Romeo and Juliet. Hello?
He was worried she was gonna get some tail.
Oh, dude, he was like, you better not get dick down after I'm dead. This motivated him to sneak behind her while she was watching television and use a rope to strangle her. God.
No,
what do you
damn
think?
well he ain't
Do you
strong
like
enough
watching
anymore.
Young Sheldon? She's like, yeah, I love the show. Just go to sleep. Helga. Bazinga. Luckily, she was able to wrestle it off of her and call the police. Oh, God, old people are so
Okay, that's
gross,
AI.
dude. They're just like dinosaurs walking around, but just like weak babies. Oh. So she's probably just
Facts.
slapped his hand. He's like, my wrist is broken. But according to the dispatcher, the man was heard in the background saying, you can die with me. Yeah, Helmet's having a
Die with me!
The police arrived to find the woman
What is this
outside in
video?
tears, bruised and bleeding from the attack. I was expecting her to just fight him off immediately.
He's the one who's bloody.
I figured that he would be like on the porch like, die with me, you bitch! The man was evaluated at a local hospital before being charged with 2 counts of attempted first-degree murder and booked in jail. His wife
Damn,
reported that
bruh.
he had made an earlier attempt to kill her by smothering her with a pillow. Somehow, she got him to stop and just assumed that it wouldn't happen again.
That's
And then
dumb.
she's like,
That's crazy.
See you in heaven. I got 2 tickets to paradise. Just stop. Okay, I'm sorry. Who did she tell? She must have not told anybody.
Helmet said, you're not gonna say shit, bitch.
That's 1950s
I'll
love.
try it
Say
again.
anything, you bitch whore.
It's like, okay, Helmet.
That's good 1950s loving. Me and you forever, toots. I love you, Helga.
Now go fix us dinner, please. I'm a little parched from my attempt.
If they're in a retirement community, those things are just like sex pits.
All right.
They are. All those old
All right.
people are just swapping
Alrighty.
and touching and
I ain't
groping.
need to know
I'm
any
thinking
of this
93-year-old man. She's like, everybody's going, I'm sorry, way out. She's like 76. She's like some fresh tail at the retirement. He's just like, Auga, do my eyes deceive me or is that heaven? You have nice tits. Bazinga. But as you can see, love pushes people to do some particularly unhinged things. Just true.
Correct.
This is similar to our next story where a Tennessee woman hires a hitman to kill his new partner's wife. He's a southern boy with southern charm. Melody Sasser, a 54-year-old woman from Knoxville, had used Match.com in hopes of meeting a new man. She ended up infatuated with a man that is referred to as DW in court documents, going on a date together. I feel like Match.com's
DW.
gotta be. These all feel like murder machines, don't they? Christian mingle, farmers only.
Farmers only?
I think that
That's an
legitimately is what
insane
I've seen in
picture. What the
commercials
fuck?
here. It's like a guy coming off the farm and he like walks into his computer.
FarmersOnly.com.
She went on a hike with him on the Appalachian Trail, and soon they both became hiking buddies.
Alrighty.
Later, he moved to Alabama, where he became engaged to his current wife, referred to as JW. While it is not clear if there was a mutual, real romantic connection between the two, Sasser was infuriated to discover that he was getting married. She responded, quote, I hope you both fall off a cliff. and
right.
die.
All
It's
right.
sweet. Every one of these things, I'm just like, isn't that just kind of romantic though? She wants to like bludgeon his head and have him fall off into a crevasse. In order to get her revenge, she accessed a dark website known as Online Killers Market. It's not a very ambiguous.
Online Killers Market. Yeah, sure. I bet there's some people on there that you could get some help from. Right? Fucking 11-year-old made that site. Like, what the fuck? I know it's police, but like, 11-year-old made that site. Come on now.
Name. It's like a dark
Come on
website.
now.
What was it called? Online Killer Market. Under the name Katri. I was trying to give her a little bit of the dab. Katri. I think it's just cat. She's like, I love cats. She spent $10,000 in Bitcoin for hitman that could take JW out for good. She told the hitman, quote, it needs to seem random or accidental or plant drugs. Do not want a long investigation.
drugs.
She recently moved in with her new husband. And after 2 months, she was frustrated to find that the job had not been carried out yet. Instead of waiting patiently,
Building
she
a
began
case.
threatening JW over voicemails using a voice changer.
Well,
She also
damn.
traveled to their home, the key.
Where you get a voice changer from? Yo, just move on. I don't even think he in your state anymore. Just find another man. What come on, yo.
The new wife's car. Which also, I like how she's basically just being
That's
like
life.
Dennis Reynolds here. Whenever from It's Always Sunny, he's like, you're gonna die tonight. She's doing the dentist system to him.
Is it working?
I think it might. Well, let's read. She kept reaching out to the hitman, unable to wait any longer, and she told him, quote, I have waited 2 months and 11 days, and the job is not completed. 2 weeks ago, you said it was been worked on and would be done in a week. The job is still not done. Does it need to be assigned to someone else? Will it be done? What is the delay? When will it be done? Her messages were intercepted by investigators, and she was soon arrested. Her home was searched and revealed a journal listing off other potential hitmen for hire websites she utilized. She accepted a plea deal for 100 months in prison, on top of restitution cost of over $5,000. I think that she should at least have to pay the $10,000 to Bitcoin to them. I mean, she's out 15 grand, but really, it's, you know, by today's market, you know, what the fuck? Which Melody Sasser isn't the first woman to get impatient waiting on her assassin to complete the job. So let's talk about Mary Ellen
Boy, I thought that was Michael Jackson, boy. What?
Samuels, the Green Widow. Mary Ellen Samuels was married to a talented camera operator known as Robert Samuels, who had worked on big films like Lethal Weapon.
Okay.
Like, I feel like a lot of people won't even know what the Lethal Weapon is now. It's like such an 80s meme. They met each other at their high school reunion, which is also very romantic. Two loves kindling over time.
Hey, how y'all met each other at the reunion? Y'all never saw each other in school?
Crossing paths. Hey, Mary. Hey, Robert. I saw that movie Lethal Weapon that you filmed.
Why is he talking
Yeah.
like that?
I'm just gonna come out and say it. I like you. Really?
What
Which
the
together they lived a great life. Mary's husband was wealthy and took good care of her, and Nicole, their adopted child. This is Nicole. It's not really Nicole.
Wow.
Over time, however, the relationship took a tumble, and by 1987, they got a divorce. Oh, so dude, he was like, this movie's gonna be huge. But I can't get off the Lethal Weapon thing. She made claims that Samuels was abusive to her and Nicole, and soon after, Mary openly talked about wanting Samuels to be killed, approaching many people with a plan to take him out. A hitman was hired, but not a
Who the hell?
reliable one. On 3 of the 4 occasions, he had failed to carry out the hit, and Mary openly complained about the $15,000 she wasted on him. It was becoming well known that she wanted her husband
That's
dead
crazy.
because she wouldn't shut up about it amongst
That's
her peers.
crazy.
At one
That's
point,
crazy.
she even asked one of her Hollywood friends for a loan to pay for another hitman. And
Wow.
eventually, she did hire a new hitman who carried out the job with ease. Robert was confronted inside his home in Sepulveda, where he was shot in the head by a 16-gauge shotgun.
Damn.
I have a 12 gauge of 16. We need 4 extra gauges. The police saw Mary
make
as a grieving
sure.
wife. That all changed when they realized she had collected $500,000 from the insurance. She had passed a polygraph test, so they cut her the check. The money was immediately used to purchase lavish items like a $50,000 Porsche and a condo in Cancun for $130,000. And a particularly idiotic
I ain't gonna lie,
display,
this
she
one
had
doesn't
even
sound
broken
failed yet.
$20,000 into stacks of bills and photographed herself covered in money
Wow.
on vacation.
Wow.
Honestly, that's kind of awesome. I like how all her friends are like, she dedefinitely killed her wife.
Oh, God.
She's like, it's the 80s. There's no
Like, they just stopped hearing her talk about that shit. And they like, how are you and your estranged doing? Oh, we're doing great. We're doing great. We're doing great. I'm going to Cabo. Like, what the fuck?
repercussions ever. The investigation revealed that the hitman was a man named Jim Bernstein, who had a casual relationship
I
with
hate that
Mary's
name.
daughter. Nicole claimed that her father had sexually assaulted her, which pushed Jim to carry out the act. It's kind of fucked up
Sure.
too. You're the person for my daughter, right? Yeah, I'm Jim. Okay, great. I'm just gonna kill her dad. I like how it's just like one simple story. He's just like, that motherfucker's dead. If he's really in love with her, that, you know, he's like, what did he, what? Get somebody emotionally riled up. Even though what's kind of weird is there at one point, she definitely had to tell him, like, I wish he was dead. I tried to kill him multiple times. And to not be like, it seems a bit odd, right? Why don't you just divorce him?
She wants all the pie inside.
I want the whole enchilada. Police searched for Bernstein, and he was found dead along a trail in Ventura County, California, due to strangulation. And as the investigation continued, it was discovered that Mary was behind the murder, as she not only wanted the insurance money, but also the Subway franchise Robert purchased that she had been managing. I also want the cold cut combo kingdom. I want it all, goddammit. Greedy ass woman, dude. God damn. Mary used her Subway shop to pay Bernstein for the murder, as well as $6,000 to another pair of hitmen to kill Bernstein over fears of him talking. Both hitmen pled guilty in exchange for testifying against Mary, receiving 15 years to life. Mary Ellen was sentenced to life in prison. Which, to be fair, at least she got to do the cash thing. She got away with a lot of it there for a bit. It's funny, she kills Jim to stop them from talking, but then the two guys are like, I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, they talked.
Killed a guy for money. But as you can imagine, people in the public eye are much more susceptible to assassination attempts. For example, two men once planned to kill and castrate Justin Bieber.
When was
I think
this?
you could probably leave out the castration. I'm not saying to kill, I'm just saying if you're going to do one of those things, you just put a bolt in his head. I'm just saying castration, bit of overkill. All right? What are we doing here? Are you trying to send a message? Because God, I hope not. In 2012, a man named Dana Martin had become obsessed with
blow it up. The whole house. Blow it up. Cut the gas line. Light a match. Blow it up. Get it going. What the oh no. No. This is a problem. This is psychotic behavior right here.
With Justin Bieber. Kind of makes me think he's collecting it then. Castration. If he's obsessed with Justin Bieber, got his balls in like a mason jar. Like it's Newton's Cradle, but it's just 12-year-old Justin Bieber's balls.
All right.
He's obsessed to the point of having a tattoo of him on his leg. A 12-year-old pop star. After sending him countless letters, not getting a response, he became infuriated and decided to seek.
This nigga went the Stan route. He went Eminem on him? That's crazy. Hey, Justin, I'm writing you again. I'm just trying to really be your best friend. I don't know why you're over here being so mean. I just want to travel with you and be a part of your team. Like, what the fuck?
Revenge. I've written you several times. I need your balls. There was only one problem. He was already in prison, serving a life sentence for the brutal killing of a 15-year-old girl a decade prior. Because of this, he enlisted a former inmate friend as well as his nephew to help kidnap and castrate and murder Bieber alongside his bodyguard. Apparently, the two of them were already amidst a plot to castrate and kill two completely
that nigga's high in this picture. What the
unrelated people. What's up with all the castration?
What is happening?
Like, we need balls, gentlemen. Many balls. I don't think they're bronze. They're just like fleshy. They're like.
Stop!
But they agreed to travel to Bieber's New York City concert after they were done with that. In phone calls between them, it was decided that handheld hedge clippers would be used to castrate their victims, with Martin offering $2,500 per testicle. Like, I feel like he'd be like, I'll give you $5,000 for the job, but you're only getting $2,500 per pair. So you gotta bring me both if you want the full thing. The plan was underway, but met an immediate halt when the uncle and nephew missed a turn and accidentally ran into the Canadian border. The uncle was arrested due to an outstanding warrant, and the nephew was released only to admit to the police what they were planning to do. Definitely the nephew was like, I never wanted to castrate people, and my uncle said he was going to castrate me if I didn't help castrate them. In the end, all four targets were unscathed, and the men involved were all caught conspiring to commit murder. While some assassination plots involved catching a victim when they least suspected, others decided to make a big show out of the act. And a good example would be the attempted murder of Dave Chappelle.
Yes.
So many stars.
Gotta bring it up.
I wonder why.
Yeah, I wonder why people are mad at Dave Chappelle. You may remember the story from 2022 where comedian Dave Chappelle was attacked in the middle of a comedy show at the Hollywood Bowl.
I can't lie, that light had
a 23-year-old named Isaiah Lee rushed the stage and tackled Chappelle wielding a pistol with a blade attached to the end of it, although he did not use it during the assault.
Security beat the dog shit out of him.
Through security.
Well, that's what I'm saying too. I'm like, what the fuck? He's like, it's all 3D printed. His reasoning for doing it was supposedly due to his dislike of the comedian's jokes against the LGBTQ community, as well as the homeless. Have we said anything bad about the LGBTQ or homeless? I feel like I've said some stuff about the homeless.
More than likely.
LGBTQ.
More than likely.
You guys rule. Don't tackle me with a gun, with a knife, please. Thank you. The man failed to take out Dave Chappelle, and security guards soon swarmed him and began punching and kicking him. The comedian went right back to his act. Lee was jailed on charges of battery, possessing a deadly weapon with the intent of assault, and 2 counts related to the interfering with a public event. They're like, buddy, seriously, it's the Hollywood Bowl. Take it outside if you're going to do it there. It's a classy place. But not only that, but he was later charged with attempted murder based on the incident prior to this one. It turns out that the 23-year-old stabbed his transitional housing roommate during an argument, a crime that came to light with the help from the publicity gained from the
That nigga
Chappelle
got
assassination
problems.
attempt.
I mean, we
I'll tell
already
you
knew
what.
that,
That's
though.
what I'm saying. What did I say earlier? I said, once you try it, you got to do it until you're successful. It's the catch-22 because then when you finally successfully do it, you're just like living La Vida Loca. Like, I'm going to do it again.
That's what you say. You said once you get away with it.
Okay, that's what everyone says. That's what everyone says. I was just voicing the public outcry of what people say. And let me tell you something. This next one is something near and dear to my heart as a metalhead fan. This is quite the tale. There's crazy individuals that try to assassinate celebrities, but how about when celebrities are behind the murder plot? We could talk about Tim Lambesis, metalcore singer that tried to get his wife killed. It was discovered in 2013 that Tim Lambesis, the singer of the band As Lay Dying, had hired a hitman to kill his recently divorced wife, Megan Lambesis. While they co-parented their 3 adopted children, Megan began to feel that Tim was becoming distant and failing to properly care for them. So she noted that he had, at one point, become so immersed in bodybuilding that he was too distracted to pay attention to his kids. AKA, Tim also was taking a bunch of steroids. Show a picture of Tim a year before he started doing steroids and then show him after that. All natural. That's what broccoli and chicken get you. A little bit of creatine. A little bit, just for that pump, just to get me started. As things got worse, they began private mediation to determine the custody of the children. And as the divorce got messy, Tim feared he would lose over half of his income.
Damn.
Oh, my As Lay Dying money? Are you kidding me? This is all my Hot Topic shirt sales out the window. There they go. Thanks, Megan. Because of this, he reached out to a personal trainer at his gym about helping him find someone to kill his wife. Hey, man, you coming in today? Yeah, I'm going to get my pump in. Hey, do you know anybody who can kill my wife? Sure do. Yes, sir. Yes, I do.
Crazy.
The trainer pretended to find the perfect man for the job, but secretly tipped off the police instead. Hey, man, you look like a freak. Thanks, Tim. Do you know anybody who can kill my wife? Yeah, man, definitely. If there's a guy gonna kill his wife soon, you know, like, what the fuck was he thinking? An undercover cop met with Tim, pretending to be the hitman. He received $1,000 for expenses on top of his wife's address. $1,000, Tim? And well, just think about that. In 1987, they were paying 10 grand back then. I mean, he's like, listen, dude, Megan's gonna take half. If you complete it, I'll give you more. On top of his wife's address, gate codes, and pictures, the murder was planned to happen while the kids were with him. The job would pay out an additional $20,000 upon completion. All right, well, fucking, maybe someone should kill me, dude. Tim Lambesis was soon arrested and sentenced to 6 years in prison after pleading guilty. He was released on parole in 2016. After his release, they let Tim join back in As Lay Dying because then they made this big sappy video. It's pretty funny. They're like, people make mistakes and we change and we grow. And then immediately afterwards, they all left because they're just like, no, we can't. Damn. We can't be with this guy. Tim Lambesis became the sole member of As Lay Dying, but still claims that the band will continue. Although throughout history, people have attempted to assassinate high-profile people in power, one of the most cartoonishly ridiculous cases revolves around the CIA's many failed assassination attempts of Fidel Castro.
I heard about some of these.
How could they possibly be so bad at it? Isn't that kind of their thing?
He's a slippery little fish.
He was. Slippery Castro is what we called him. Fidel Castro was a communist leader in Cuba that the CIA actively tried to assassinate for many, many years. Some of these methods included poison cigars, because Fidel Castro loved his cigars, all right? So soon after he came into power, the CIA spiked them with a deadly botulinum toxin. They were delivered, but nothing came of it, suggesting that they were either lost or disposed of. They even poisoned his ice cream.
Brother, that might mean
Castro
somebody
was
else.
also obsessed with ice cream.
Somebody
Eating it
else might
almost
have
daily.
smoked them
Good man.
cigars.
All right, if you're in power and you're not eating ice cream every day, are you really living? The CIA decided to poison one of the desserts by giving it to an assassin working at one of his favorite cafes. And unfortunately for them, the poison that was stashed in the freezer became frozen stuck, eventually spilling all over the floor during their efforts to dislodge it. It's like a Three Stooges sketch. Or the poison pin. A pin hiding a hypodermic needle rigged with poison they ultimately gave up on before it could have even been taken to Cuba. The seashell trap, as Castro was known to scuba dive, a plan was concocted to rig underwater seashells with explosives that would detonate when he picked up the shells to inspect them. As it was impossible to rig strong explosives to small shells, this plan was abandoned as well. And lastly, the fake Antichrist plan. The CIA thought that they would convince the Cubans, who were primarily Catholic, to believe Castro was the Antichrist.
So let me get this straight. Y'all did all this work trying to kill this man who, for all intents and purposes, needed to go, right? Did all this work and failed every time. but let it be Malcolm X.
By doing this alongside faking the second coming of Jesus Christ, they thought it would be possible to push Cubans to overthrow and kill him. To
That's
fake the second
insane.
coming, they aimed to have an American submarine shoot off star shells over the Cuban horizon to light up the sky. The plan was never enacted. Despite this info coming from direct CIA agents' testimony, the man who concocted the scheme denied its existence.
Mind you, I guarantee some of these people that had some of these ideas and shit, they are still alive and in office today. I can guarantee some of them are still alive. These are the type of people that we have in power, bro. I ain't gonna say we gotta listen to them, because fuck them at the end of the day. Who the fuck are they? You know what I'm saying? What, you gonna sign some shit? Suck my dick, nigga. I'll rip it up. Nah, I'm playing. Anyway, bro, that's ridiculous. That is so ridiculous.
He's like, that never happened. Seriously, who told you that one? Because that never happened. I'd be like, what are you gonna do? Assassinate me, dude? I have many ideas. Yes, I could. And lastly, we have a particularly unique assassination plot involving a mobster and a camera gun. In 1946,
Camera
we're
gun?
going back, boys. A
What the hell is a
19-year-old
camera
woman
gun?
named Pearl Lusk was tricked into murdering a man who she had never met. It all started
What?
when a gangster named Alfonso Rocco.
Yeah, that sounds like.
Is that not the
sound
most
like one.
stereotypical mobster name I've ever heard? My name's Alfonso Rocco. Alfonso Rocco approached her, pretending to be a detective. I'm a detective. Okay. He convinced her that he actually needed her to help solving an important case. Supposedly, he needed her to snap a picture of a person that was suspected of being a thief. I need you to take a picture of a guy. Okay, it's 1946. Oh, sure. That's what life's like back then. The target's name was Olga Tropini Rocco. Rather than a thief,
Your
this
wife.
woman was actually Alfonso's ex-wife, who he feared
Ex-wife.
would go to the police to receive protection from him after he repeatedly assaulted her and sent multiple death threats. He's like, why would you do that? Come on! You're being crazy! Pearl was willing to help, so he handed her a gun, crudely wrapped up like a present. He told her it was an X-ray camera. After identifying
This lady Pearl is stupid. Wait, how old he said she was? I don't remember.
Olga at her place, he told her to get close to her and take a picture to see if
either
she had
like
stolen
19 or
jewels
15.
on her person. She caught up to Olga in the subway, took her photo, and ended up shooting her in the leg. She survived the attack, but later lost the leg because, once
Damn.
again, it's 1946.
1946, yeah.
Alphonse was outed for the plot and was chased by the police until he was eventually shot to death in a shootout. Pearl was so naive about the whole ordeal that she told the cops, I took the picture and at the same time, somebody shot her. As it turns out, assassination attempts happen quite a bit, almost all the time. You just don't hear about them
That's
because
insane,
people
bro.
have no idea what they're doing and end up failing miserably. Even murder plots orchestrated by the CIA are downright cartoonish, and we only scratch the surface of how many weird attempts they've made to take people out. So, what I'll say is this. Stay safe out there because you never know what the people around you may be plotting.
That's a
Thank you
fact.
so much for watching the video, y'all. Seriously, stay safe. I'm gonna kill you.
Oh,
If I see you out there, I'm going to kill you. I'm joking. Yeah. It's only a joke.
Oh my god, you piece of junk! Oh, I'm so sick of nothing ever working in this damn office! John, fix the software! I'm so sick of not working properly!
lady, we ain't fixing shit. You about to get your shit and get the fuck up out of here. What the hell wrong with you? Anyway, I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Hope you enjoyed the reaction. If you did, leave a like on it. Subscribe if you fuck with the vibe. Original video will be linked in the description. I should have said that at the beginning, but I mean, you know, if you could read, it'll be down there. So yeah, man. Y'all have a good one. Bye.